Wait? Why? Why do people in China so often start the day with a hot breakfast, even when they're rushing? I'm Lynn, and this is Lynn Explains China. Simple stories behind everyday Chinese life. Picture this. It is 7:10 on a weekday morning in Shanghai. Maya, visiting from the United States, comes out of the metro with exactly 9 minutes before her first meeting. She wants the fastest possible breakfast, so she is looking for something cold. Yogurt, maybe a pastry, perhaps one heroic banana. Instead, a street-side breakfast stall hands her a freshly folded jianbing and a cup of warm soy milk. The pancake is sizzling, the cup is steaming, and the whole transaction is finished before Maya can unlock her phone. Her fingertips immediately request better working conditions. So how can a hot breakfast feel so normal and still be so fast? The short answer is not one ancient rule. It is a combination of food, neighborhood infrastructure, freshness, and comfort. In many places, the familiar breakfast foods already involve boiling, steaming, griddling, or frying. Then a network of vendors and small shops does the cooking before the customer arrives. Add the feeling of something freshly made, plus a little family-style care, and a hot breakfast becomes the easy choice. First, look at the foods themselves. Rice, wheat, corn, eggs, and soy products are common building blocks in Chinese breakfasts. But dry rice is not exactly a grab-and-go snack. Wheat flour does not jump into your bag and become breakfast by positive thinking. These ingredients often reach the table as congee, steamed buns, noodles, dumplings, soy milk, or pancakes from a hot griddle. That does not mean hot food is automatically healthier. It simply means many familiar staples become edible and appealing through cooking. If the normal breakfast in your neighborhood is a bowl of congee or a steamed bun, heat is built into the format. Second, hot does not have to mean slow. Maya was imagining the cooking happening in her own kitchen. Find a pan, make batter, cook food, wash the pan, discover one mysterious spoon in the sink, and question every decision that led to this moment. The breakfast vendor has already solved that problem. The steamer is full. The congee pot is simmering. The griddle is hot. Batter, sauces, cups, and paper bags are ready. Customers are not waiting for a kitchen to start. They are joining a kitchen that has been working since before sunrise. In other words, you borrow the vendor's stove. That is why a cooked breakfast can be extremely convenient near apartment blocks, office districts, metro stations, markets, and schools. One person cooking continuously can serve many people quickly. A hot meal does not defeat the morning rush. Sometimes it is part of the machinery that makes the rush possible. Third, warmth can feel like evidence, steam says. This was just made. A warm wrapper says, someone took this off the griddle 30 seconds ago, and on a cold morning, a cup of soy milk is basically a tiny hand warmer with breakfast inside. Warm food can also carry emotional meaning. At a family table, you may hear a simple phrase, 趁热吃. In English, it means, eat it while it's hot. Usually this is not a medical command from the International Department of Aunties. It often means, I made this for you. It is fresh. Please enjoy it now. Temperature becomes a small language of care. Now compare that with breakfast in the United States. Cereal, yogurt, toast, eggs, and coffee can all be normal choices. Some are cold, some are hot. While in many Chinese neighborhoods the morning cooking infrastructure may be visible at the stall, the clever part is that cereal has outsourced its labor too. A factory cooked and packaged it. A supermarket moved it. A refrigerator keeps the milk cold. Your breakfast is quick because a different system did the work earlier. A jianbing uses the same basic trick, but the infrastructure is visible. You can see the vendor, the batter, and the griddle. Packaged cereal borrows a factory. Jianbing borrows a neighborhood cook. Europe is not one breakfast either. A French bakery breakfast might be bread or pastry served at room temperature. A full British breakfast is very definitely hot and is not pretending otherwise. The real contrast is not China hot, the West cold it is. Which foods are inexpensive, nearby, familiar, and easy to fit into the morning schedule? And China does not have one national breakfast plate. In Shanghai, you might find savory soy milk with fried dough pieces and seasonings. In Shandong, jianbing can be a hearty local morning food. In parts of Guangdong, congee and rice rolls are familiar options. In Wuhan, hot, dry noodles can begin the day with enough personality to wake you before the coffee does. Move between regions and the grains, textures, seasonings, and serving styles change. Move between families and they change again. A hotel buffet, a school canteen, a bakery, a convenience store, and a street stall all create different versions of normal. Modern life makes the picture even more mixed. A nationwide survey conducted in 2022 found that only 59% of respondents reported eating breakfast every day, with clear regional and urban-rural differences. That is useful context, but it does not measure whether breakfast was hot or cold. It reminds us not to turn a visible habit into a rule for 1.4 billion people. Plenty of young city residents drink iced coffee, eat yogurt or bread, grab a meal bar, mix hot and cold foods, or skip breakfast completely. Someone in a hurry may choose a warm bun today and nothing tomorrow. Common does not mean compulsory. There is also a clock hiding inside every breakfast habit. A food feels convenient when it appears at the right place and the right minute. If a vendor is downstairs at 7:20, a steamed bun is effortless. If the nearest stall is 20 minutes away, yogurt wins. The same person can have a traditional hot breakfast near the office on Monday, toast at home on Tuesday, and emergency coffee on Wednesday. Culture creates the menu, but schedules cast the deciding vote. So why does hot breakfast often feel especially normal in China? Because normal is built. It grows from staple ingredients that are commonly cooked, vendors who make heat convenient, neighborhoods that put breakfast on the commute, and a cultural feeling that fresh warmth can be comforting and caring. Back in Shanghai, Maya reaches her meeting with an iced coffee in one hand and a hot jianbing in the other. No breakfast tradition has defeated the other. Breakfast diplomacy has been achieved. What is the default morning food where you live? Hot, cold, or whatever you can find before your first meeting? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoy simple stories behind everyday Chinese life, subscribe to Lin Explains China. Subscribe and catch the next clue with Lin.